when you're working for the government, you need to be the best and the brightest. You're paid by the taxes of the people, as well as you're bestowed by the highest of trust. So, you need to perform also the best of your ability. Kung hindi ka nila kaya, gabulin ka na. Kasi hindi ka ng best and brightest for that position. I really do not have, per se, a plan in life. No? Ang career journey in life. Some may have already projected their life journey, but I had so colorful life journey because I started out as a school administrator. And all along, I thought that I was really molded to be a teacher. I'm not the only one pala who is struggling with the same idea. I hope that hindi lang kami trending because it's palatable. I hope we are trending because it's important. Our advocacies are important. Isa ulo ko na pambasa sa mga request, message request bla. So, sa mga ulo ko nag-replyan, I'm very sorry. No, kaya hindi ko ginhabi mangbasa sa mga message request. Abi kaya ma-meeting man lang. Wala ko balo nga dito na kami gali matulog. Kaya ma-lockdown na yan gali. The beauty of imperfection is not in the details, but in everything that is happening. Go for it, no? And be ready to get hurt. Be ready to face walls. Many walls. It's not about consciously making risk, but it's about consciously opening yourself.
May tulog ka pa.
Amo lang na, diba? Relax, ginawa dalong. Relax, ginawa dalong.
Thank you,
Kunin
Coach.
ka. Kunin ka lang, be.
Many know our guest as a multifaceted person, a familiar figure in the city, whose unique voice is already a brand in itself. From being an active student leader in college to a proactive leader and an advocate of many causes. This Labor Day episode, we are honored to have them today as we talk about the risks they took both in their life and in career. On the mic is Peso Iloilo City Manager, Mix Gab Umadhay.
Hello, mabuhay, and happy Labor Day, everyone.
To start our conversation, can you please tell us who is Gab Umadhay outside of work?
So, Gab Umadhay, in a tip of a nutshell, is a full-time nation builder and a part-time pokpok. Nagpapagamit para sa bayan, diba? So outside the work, I'm still doing the same volunteer works. I'm still doing my passionate advocacies. And at the same time, a very good friend. Diba? Ako na nag-self-profess
Yes.
sa akin itself.
But anyone man siguro in your circle can attest man to
Hindi man tanan.
Hindi.
Chika.
okay. For professional work, who is Gab Umadhay naman?
So for professional work, no, I'm working as a full-time peso manager of Iloilo City Government, and I handle the labor works of the city government. No? At the same time, I'm also a STED teacher. So I'm also the head for our first ever early intervention center in Iloilo City that focuses on intervention for kids with special needs. I am also serving as the director for the Office of LGBT Affairs. No, this is the first Office of LGBT Affairs in an LGU. No? It gives us a strong message that we can take space, and it's important that our voices are not just celebrated every Pride Month, but all throughout the year when it matters the most.
Talking about these jobs and these roles, paano ka nag-upisa as a laborer or worker during your early days as an adult?
I really do not have per se a plan in life, no? Ang career journey in life. Some may have already projected their life journey, but I had so colorful life journey because I started out as a school administrator. I started out as a school as ped teacher at St. Mary's Academy. So I taught early intervention, and then after that, no, for 7 years I taught sped students, and all along I thought that I was really molded to be a teacher inside the classroom. But on the sides, I've been doing hustles already. I've been working with NGOs, been working with private companies, and at the same time been involving in a lot of volunteer works. And from those involvements that I had, no, another door opened. So I became a college professor at University of Iloilo, and I taught special education subjects. No, I helped them, mold their SPED teachers, as well as prepare soon to be teachers, to be excellent in their classrooms. And after that, during the pandemic, lovely as I may sound, no, I was in 2019. I was hired as a consultant of Mayor Jelly, and the role was really to handle LGBT affairs. So one day in 2019, before he entered City Hall, no, he called me to be one of his consultants for the LGBT affairs, and which I was really excited about because it's the first time that a leader had called upon minority sectors to involve themselves in governance. So with that, no, I was deeply inspired, and that's why I put myself forward for the city golf. All along, I thought I'll be handling that. Then pandemic came, and then the color of pandemic,
Yes.
no, because sa pandemic, it was exactly March 2020, no, di ba tawag kami sa City Hall, kag tapos ginambalan kami nga ma-meeting. So, abi kay ma-meeting man lang. Wala ko balo nga dito na kami gali matulog. Kaya ma-lockdown na yan,
Oo.
gali. Lockdown na yung City Hall, no? So, we worked with our community pantries. We worked with our community kitchen. So, we were feeding our volunteers for the front line, as well as we were handling the donations. And then, after the pandemic, no, came 2021. They needed someone to replace Miss Dai, who had moved from Peso to now CSWDO, no, and they needed someone who is young and dynamic, and at the same time who's go lang, no. That's where my name came in, mga Rara girls. So I thought all along it was a temporary position. So go lang ako, no? And then I later fell in love with labor. I fell in love with how beautiful labor is to the grassroots community, as well as I knew that my voice is taking shape on the programs that we're doing for the city, as well as I'm changing a lot of lives in my small sphere of influence. And that's why I had been putting myself forward since then. And that's how the career of labor really had come into fruition.
What do you think ang factor nga nakita ka ni previously Mayor Jerry Trillanes naging pull out niya ang hambal gam join ka sa akong team?
Siguro because pabida kid ako, no? Siguro it's
As a
just,
student leader
yes,
before.
as a Leo.
Okay.
As a Leo, mga bida kid gid kami agoro. Pero siguro, I'm always deeply in love with nation building. I have always seen how nation building changes or shapes the landscape of behavior, as well as gives better fruit in the future of not ours, but in the future of our younger generations. So with that, siguro, no, because of my involvement in many organizations, because of my involvement in civic orgs, no, my name came out to be one of his consultants, and maybe because of my constant, it was my persistence to bring about change. I knew that I will be the first who is very flamboyant, who is very gentle, and at the same time who is tough in advocacies. And I knew that putting myself forward will pave way for the younger people like me, who will also get involved in governance, who will also involve in nation building. So at least, no, to open the gates, I need to make sure that I'm there.
Pag-offer sa'yo mo, nakulbaan ka or may hesitations ka din?
No, it's more of excited, super excited, because to be honest, I was supposed to take another job. I was supposed to take a different route of job because there were SPED teaching. There were multiple offers for SPED teaching during that time, no? Because I knew that was my skill. Amo na siyang akon, ko na ganyan, top talent ang pagiging SPED teacher ko. So there were job offers, but when he offered, a position that really gave me a voice, no, and serving people. I was excited to take on, no. I knew it was challenging because we were questioning a lot of norms. I knew that damo ang maalsa sang ilang kilay.
Oo.
But it's a challenge I was willing to take because ang long-term impact was different. So I saw myself that this would be me for the next coming years, and I hope that I would be powerful enough, no, to push boundaries, to push the walls that others had put there before me.
You've talked about your career, your previous jobs as a sped teacher. Mostly daw diragi siya libot ang imong
Yes.
career life before. But outside of teaching, there are a lot of things na ginaubra mo pa. For example,
True.
you're also doing events production. You're also a host. So can you also tell us about the story of how paano ka nakalabot man sa mga lain-lain niya sectors or lain-lain niya career paths?
For the entertainment industry, siguro, kahit isang high school, the-theater ako, di ba? So colorful, kaya dun sa theater.
Sa diyan sa school, San
sa
Agustin.
University of San Agustin, no? I was a high school. In high school, we were TTC. As a TTC, no, we were trained to be as colorful as we can. And then when college came, no, I saw that there were no theater organizations. That's why, sang time na mo, no, ginput up ko, ginbalik ko ang theater org sang West Visayas State University. And from there, no, dito ko na-realize na kada mo, gali sang kasadya, gali sa theater, kasadya, ganyan, no.
Super.
I was more in love with what's happening backstage rather than in front of the stage, because sang high school, no, ara ka man sa stage, ga-perform ka man, pero sang college, more of ara sa likod. I was directing, I was light managing, I was producing, and all of this was very, very nice. It was, it gave you a certain ability to craft dreams. Doon muna siya nga ako, no? I was in love with that idea. And because of that, no, dito na lang kami gulo. Because my best friend is Reina, who is also as creative as me. So we share the same passion when it comes to talking, and at the same time we share the same passion when it comes to entertaining people. It gives you a certain vivacity that no pill can offer. That's why we put ourselves to hosting careers, and we love to share jokes with people. And it was not an easy task before. We were compensated very little when we started, but now, no, we get to celebrate what we are getting from that talent of ours. But it was not an easy journey, but we love to keep on taking on until now.
Aside from entertainment industry, what other works are you doing?
I was deeply involved in advocacies for the LGBT community. I started the organization in Iloilo City, which called Iloilo Pride Team. And we were three of the founders of that organization. So it was Russell, Justin, and me. In a very candid afternoon, we were taking coffee, and then doon na gano'n na nag-click lang ganyan nga, we need to make an organization now, because back then, no, in 2015, organizations for the LGBT community were all linked in sexual activities. So you do have very salacious
May stigma or may ara sa certain
parang
legal.
yun yung goal. Parang yun yung goal ng mga organizations lang before. No, before mga 2015, parang it was becoming just a dating site. It was becoming just sexual activity sites. But we knew that we could do more than that. I know, because I've been boxed many times. No, I've been labeled so many times, and for me, I could not tolerate it anymore. So that driven our passion. That had been our driven motivation from 2015. And then we organized our first Pride March. No, ang first Pride March namon ka very nostalgic gina siya, because it started with just around 50 people who started believing in us. Ang daming hurdles namin because we were not allowed to march on the main streets. No, we were not allowed to be loud in the main streets because sa hambal nila lang kami, ang realista kami, no. It was a rally, yes, but it was more than that, no. It was telling Iloilo City that we have people like us. We have people who are creative but has also substance, more than just creative prowess. So from 2016, no, we have marched on Pride marches, and until now, no, we're celebrating the 10 years of what we are doing in the streets, and it have paved way for so many legislations. We are very proud that we have our anti-discrimination ordinances. We were one of the first. We were one of the 14, I mean, for one of the 14 provinces and cities in the Philippines who had created their first anti-discrimination ordinances. Now, which makes a lot more cities have their anti-discrimination ordinances. But we did not stop there. We had created both city and a province for an anti-discrimination ordinance. We also changed our gender development code to not just only define the members of the LGBT community and the ordinance, but as well as to allocate budgets for programs for the community. And in 2019 was one of our champion moments when we had an executive order that created the Office of LGBT Affairs. So it was very big because there were no national mandate of creating such office. And if someone who is working from the LGU, you'd understand that it's hard to rally budget if there is no specific mandates for that. So we had to pave way for a lot of things to happen. And we were happy. We were happy because until now we're here. The Office of LGBT Affairs is here in Iloilo City, and it's making waves, no? It's inspiring a lot of LGUs cities, to be very specific, that they could pwede gid sila ka patindog man sa ilang own Office of LGBT Affairs. And ang pinaka-recent namon nga journey, no, ang pinaka-recent champion namon this 2026, we now have our right to care card. We are the first in outside Metro Manila. So there are three cities who are doing or having the right to care card, and we're the fourth city in the Philippines, but we're the first in Visayas and Mindanao to have its right to care card. So this this really is a signaling mechanism that LGUs can go outside the box and can think for the welfare of the people. Ang pinaka-importante man nang we celebrate the rights, no? Ang ginapangayo lang man yan namon sa members of the community is that we're not asking for additional rights. We're asking for the basic rights, and basic rights are education, healthcare, employment, enterprise opportunities, and at the same time, ang mga community activities. So these are all, no? And these are all basic rights, basic welfare of human beings. So by providing a right to care card, we now have access to medical decisions with our partner or for our partner that that could save that person. No, the amount of time that we can give an immediate decision really makes a big deal for those who are in crisis or for those who are in emergency situations. So yun yung champion moments of what I am doing besides the mandated function. No? So kung si civil service, hambali isa lang ang obra, basi kami nang disqualified. Hindi kaming disqualified sa sa function sang government service.
But you seems talking about all these accomplishments that you have together with your office and together with your friends, of course. It seems so light nga gini-istorya mo siya ang tanan-tanan nga accomplishments ninyo. Pero what are the risks and the struggles nga ginagyan ninyo before reaching this or achieving this success?
Ang daming struggles, no? Madami, no? That's why I always tell people that this is not just an advocacy that I'm doing. This is my life. This is what I am experiencing every day. So I could not just give up easily, because giving up to these advocacies would mean giving up to my life automatically. So when I push for these advocacies, this means that I would want also that people would give me space and people would give me the basic rights that I deserve also as human being. So, ang struggle number one, it's really when you are a non-binary person like me, no? You're always boxed to the idea nga, creative na siya, funny na siya, shallow na siya. So, do amo na siya nga, wala pang kasulod na muna kami na, no?
May label.
May label na kami automatic. So, when we enter the room, we need to be either the funniest in the room, we need to be the loudest in the room, or we need to be the smartest in the room, no? But not mundane. You can never be just a wallflower when you're non-binary. Kaya balan kanila nga, ay do, hindi kaya agi, no, hindi kaya kaladlawan, ay ala, hindi kaya agi, hindi kaya smart, ay ala, hindi kaya agi, hindi kaya hindi kaya talented. So, sometimes these restrictions, no, while it's a positive because it challenges us as a gender, but at the same time, it's taking a toll to a lot of our potentials because some of us may be creative, but some are not creative. But at the same time, they are worthy too. They are worthy members of the community. So we've been told many times, no, that hasta lang kami sa sadya-sadya. Pero wala na kami sa seryosohan na, no? In serious discussions about health, in serious discussions about politics, in serious discussions about legislations, hindi na kami ako na mag-intradera. Sa funny ka lang, hasta ka lang na, no? But I'm happy that I took labor possession. I took the possession for labor because it's not funny. No, an occupation in labor is not funny. My being here in this space of government service gives me a leverage to tell people that we can actually be someone and we can actually implement programs that none of them had thought of and we are doing.
You have a space in
Correct.
the society.
Correct.
So
no?
you talked about boxing you sa certain identity or certain label. Sa college days mo, medyo na-pressure ka ba that time nga siguro amo lagi man ako ni or this is the path for me. May amo ka ba na thinking
Yes, no.
make a toll gid siya sa inyo?
Yes, because ang funny nga, I don't know if Reina told you this because in the first day of class, di ba, backstory yan
Oo.
in the first day of classes, we were asked, syempre halin ko sa di ba, halin ko sa private school. So sa ang amon to ya, dugin ano, di kami daan, dugin tago, di kami diya sa sanag, to nga daan. Hello, father. Dugin tago, di kami tiya, syempre hindi pwede, kalaba, buhok, barber's cut, kagid to yung nga daan. Well, that was way back before, no, sang brown pang pantalon. So, kamo na da bahala. Decide ko na kamo na wala. Decide kung saan oto siya nga tiyempo. So, 3x4 ang haircut, naka-backpack ang lalaki, ang babae naka-shoulder bag, ang girls naka 5 fingers below the knee nga skirt. No, it was very strict, no? And sang pagkita ko sa West, ay, lang siya. Everybody was ready. Everybody was not wearing uniform. Everybody was, creative as they are. Kagandang ko sa agi, di ba? So, abi ko, ako lang isang agi sa kalibutan. Kasi sa nagnauna ako lang isa. Ako lang loud. Wala ko malusubok. Di ba? Tapos sang college na ko, we were asked to introduce ourselves. Sang first day, ginanawan. So, si Reina, si Clamor, letter C, sa tubangan siya. Because alphabetical range. And
So,
you
naging
umadhay.
classmate ka mo?
Yes, classmates kami since day one. No? So, did ko siya. Yeah. So, kayo, ako nga, naka-private school girly, naka-coat, di ba? Naka-fur coat, di ba? Sa West, imagine mo kung ano kainit, tapos naka-fur coat si bakla. Naka-fur coat si bakla, tapos naka-shirt, tapos naka-glittering eyeliner, glitter, ganyan pop out, ganyan mata ko. Si Reina naman niya, pag-abot siya sa school, no? Gaw-gaw, gina siya. So, naka-fishnet, si bakla, naka-super fishnet, tapos naka-tank top. Amo, ganyan ang outfit niya. So, super polarities kami doon. Kabulon, yogi, Alam ba? Palaban. So, dito siya tumangan dito kasi likod. Tapos when the teacher said, no, please introduce yourself. Funny when siya na, no, Maria, hi, I'm Maxi.
Nickname niya.
I am Rain. I am Jefferson Camor, and you can call me Maxi for short because of Maximo Oliveros.
Oh,
Tapos,
okay.
ah,
Ang
ah,
film.
yes, ang film nga na. So, you know the year, no? Tapos, ang amo niya teacher was a former nun. So, giga niya, gid si Reynan. Oh, wala gid niya nga, ha? Ano, agi ka? Hindi, agi mga mistra. Ang agi na mga manyakan nyo ng mga estudyante nyo na. Balaan nyo nga mga special, mga bata. Di manyakan nyo lang. Amo nyo na, ubahon nyo. So, arak sa likod, no? Arak sa likod. Gulpitin ka erase yung isang eyeliner. Ala. Yo, sa mistra. Kakakas din sa fur coat. Naka-t-shirt na yan. So, that specific moment, reminded us that our teachers were strict about excellence, but at the same time, they were also strict about gender role. They had parang they regularly reminded us nga amo ka niya dapat, amo ka na, no? So it was for us, it was very limiting. It was limiting in a sense nga we knew that we could be excellent teachers. We knew that we could be, as the brightest star among others. But we were limited because lalaki or babae. But we were not that. We did not fall in these categories. So, whenever we do co-stress, binakigan kami. Whenever we do pambabae nga, gabi pangakig samon. And when I started jobs, when I started working, I was told to be formal. No, I was always told to be formal. So, do sa sulod sa utok ko, so meaning, pag sulod ko, parang mapungko pa lang, hindi na ako formal dayon. So, I was often told to be formal because it was not acceptable. I was not acceptable to the parents, basi ko nang balon sa mga parents nga mo. Ako naman, I could be as brilliant as other people. I could be as talented as other people, but I need to look the part that I am, no? That who I am. I cannot just wear balong and 3x4 haircut. And from these limiting beliefs, I promised to myself that after I went out of the first job that I had, I promised to myself that never to go back on the same closet again, no? Never to be limited because people are uncomfortable. And I've always been sorry about my identity. No, parang, pag sorry ka lang, sorry amo ko niya. Why should I be sorry about myself? Oh, did you feel sorry when you entered the room? Kamu as cisgenders, no? Did you ever feel nga, hindi lang ako kay basi, malamang offend sila sa akon. Did you ever think of that just being you, no? Parang, those were my limitations that I needed to constantly be sorry about my identity. So that's why my core advocacy is really helping people have their voice to be judged according to their talents, be judged according to their values rather than their own identity. And that's my main inspiration.
All of these things are, kumbaga, naging trigger factor naman siya for you to take risks.
Correct.
So, ano idea mo sa taking risks? Or what's your perspective of taking risks?
Siguro, ang akon nga pinaka-risk daw mo, no? Ito abi ko for me, gabi ko kay student leader. So mga student leader, gabi yung gabi ang goal to achieve a lot. And when you're not achieving, you feel worthless ka na dayon sa self, no? So, sa pag-resign ko sa job ko, may mabaton pa ni sa ako. Nga mo sina.
First job?
Yes, sa first job ko, gabi kaya ako nga anxiety, balahala, do ka safe haven na sabi. So, sang pag-open man sang another door sa ako na buka, okay, nabalik naman work ko. Ang risk would be really about the number one, questioning the norms, norms nga existing, nga amulan ni siya dapat, gender norms, no? And at the same time, ang risk gidya is to stand up to a lot of no's, no? Ang kada mo sang no sa pangabuhi ko nga, hindi na pwede gab kay amo ni, hindi na pwede gab nga amo na. And me questioning about it, no, is the risk already, is a hard-on risk already. So, ang akong gidya is, ang pinaka-realization ko siguro is, I am grateful for myself to constantly ask the question why, no? Sometimes I may be bastos to others because I keep on asking why, but I think that was important because if I did not ask why, they did not know nga puwede gali siya ma-change. Puwede
Possible.
siya gali nga ma-entertain ang idea because may ang mga tao gali nga parehas nga amo sila. Hindi na siya gali parehas ang una ang mga tao sa palibot. And happy now that people gets to sang una holding hands na same sex nga siya ang kali subong happy na tanan, di ba? Get share na tanan. And it was important that we took space. And now they get to celebrate it. People of my gender get to celebrate it. And also, for work, no, now, workplaces in Iloilo City are more safe. Relatively more safe. Kaya pwede na nga hindi ka na magpa-cut hair, no? Pwede na nga maka-wear makeup or pwede na nga maka-use ng mga benefits, no? May mga benefits na for partners. And these are all because I took risk. These are all because I was taking constant risk to question the norms of what had been for other people.
Going back sa topic natin about your jobs and the jobs that you took years before. From your previous jobs, ano nga specific job ang feel mo nga daw dira kapag hindi na drive kit? If mapili ka sa
mapili gid dapat
if
isa.
of one lang yan. Although syempre, very multifaceted person, if papili walang be one job.
I was siguro funny gani kitanan ko experiences was deeply unique. Hindi siya be one similar to the other. Unique gani, di ba? So siguro I was in love really of teaching inside the classroom. Siguro amo ganing nag-hone sang skill ko.
Amo ni pinakamo ka na namian.
Yes, no, ang pagiging teacher amo ko gani. Kung tapos na niyang mga kung hindi ako para sa politics, basi ang basi mabalik na ako sa classroom.
Abi ko ba basi mo panlagan ako.
Hindi. No.
Super so I'm asking.
No, siguro I would see myself retiring inside the classroom. Because ang saya ng experience to hone the lives of students, especially for children with special needs. No, ang miracles would be of working with children with special needs, especially nga ga-change ka man sa family, dayon ga-change ka sa behavior sa family, ga-change ka sa behavior sang people who thought nga limited ang mga tao nga children with special needs, no? So do dira ya while kapoy-kapoy yung ubra nga na super, no? So I applaud the SPED teachers, kapoy-kapoy, pero galing kay very rewarding sabi in terms of moral principle. It reminds you a lot of things in life, no? Nga not all things are can be given to you. Not all things are easy, and by just merely saying something is a hard task already, while the normal brain like us would give us that advantage. Not everybody has that advantage, so it reminds you to be grateful. It reminds you to be grounded in principle. For me, it's really the SPED teacher, the teaching stint that I had taught me so much lessons in life.
Is that one of the reasons, kunya, aside from being a government employee, a manager of a very essential office in the city, at the same time, you still also manage LGBTQ office sang city government? Is that also one of the reasons kung aga balik kag yapon sa pagtudlo?
Yes, no. Kay kasadya gid siya sa sulod sang classroom. Especially when you hear stories such as nga ala nagnami na gid ako nga bata, ala ginakambal na ako nga bata. These are stories of hope that not everybody get to participate. And siguro mo na ning balik ko kay Lord. So kadamo ko sing question sa moral standards. Balik mo na niya kanya balik. Lord buot man ko. Lord buot man ko. So mo niya kanya.
Buot siya pa na wala ka pangagat.
Wala ka pangagat, gapang lamang yaw-yaw. So
Pa syempre tagapangyayaw because of importance ng job.
Correct, no? Kasi siguro, ang wrong lang always nga, sakon, nga perception is,
Yeah.
na, pagkita nila sakon na ala naman si Gabi question niya naman na or ano naman ang balon sila, ang balon naman sa amo niya, amo sini. Not everybody entertains the idea of me in the room because they thought nga i-question ko dayon, no? Pero, for me, I think, knowing that you are able to answer these questions, meaning you considered all sides of the table, no? Or you consider all sides of the share. Sa mga people who gets offended, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, but this is nothing too personal.
Part of the
This-
job, part of the
This is part of the work that we do. Kag siguro napadako ko sa idea bala nga when you're working for the government, you need to be the best and the brightest. Doon mo na bala kay you're paid by the taxes of the people as well as you're bestowed by the highest of trust. So you need to perform also the best of your ability to give it to the people. Amo na ako hindi ko na kaya, alin ka na niya. Amo na ba ko sa lawas ko? No, yan ba ko na kung hindi ka niya kaya, balin ka na. Kasi hindi ka ng best and brightest for that position.
Well, feel mo dugay pa na siya.
Depende. No? We cannot say.
Kasi ko sabihin na challenge every year may new challenge kasi isa mo ka job din sa
True.
isang job. Dama.
True, gana siya, no? Depende. Ako, I'm still grateful every day. I'm happy lang because I'm in love with what I'm doing until now. And I'm still in love with what I'm doing until now. And hopefully, no, tanan man nga tao would also see that, eh. Let's also see nga, bisan pa ni siya ka-challenging ang trabaho. Siguro na-remind ko na lang self it's nothing personal. It's really nothing personal. Kung ano man ginambal mo, it's nothing personal.
Kasi ang next mga question is, why ara ka sa job mo subong? Although, mahambal mo ang pinaka nanamian mo sa tanan mga work is teaching. Why are you still in the leadership position in PESO?
Siguro because I was heeding a call. I was heeding a call to serve really the people. Sang college, bako gidya sa Laos hindi ka mag-work sa government because may negative notion kung nga tanan niya sa gobyerno corrupt, no? Siguro not everybody man. I maybe maybe no amo na panumdum nila sa government before no na amo na panumdum nila sa government and the leadership training and syempre as co-leaders no you involve yourself with leadership programs and na you meet a lot of people also who are excellent in their own space and one of my seniors really told me nga Gab ano ka bala government ka bala kay the government needs people like you nga mga amo na ka-talented and amo kung ulo din diid ko na guru da kay kunara ko da do ka kuya do ka misfit gid kuya in among the option the puzzle pieces.
Feel mo ang mga things nga naagyan mo sa college or sa high school ka, one of the reasons nga ami amo ka nang thinking.
Basi no. Kay siguro kanti do na experience mo man ang mga amo na nga nga do syempre you get to listen to the news, you get to read the newspaper and you see what's happening. And amo na ba kundi hindi ko. Pero do ka shift of paradigm because of the pandemic na. Si pandemic hindi ang pinaka table turner ko.
I think for most of us.
Yes, no? Kay doon nakita ko nga, pwede gali mo bro. Pwede ka gali ka-involve ang self mo. Kaya hindi pwede gali reklamo lang ta. There should be a solution also. And you need to become, yes, you need, dapat kita magreklamo. Pero dapat part man ta sa solution. Hindi pwede nga reklamo lang, ang reklamo. Dapat upod gid tayo sa solution. So, for us to be heard, we need to be consistent about pushing something. Kaya kung hindi ta consistent about pushing something, wala man gid mo matabo. Sino mahulag na? Ikaw na mambal. So, I remind constantly myself about that because I've been angry about not accessing rights, not accessing job opportunities, not accessing ang mga healthcare problems. And Bala ko talent ko to push for that and hindi na lang, no? So, that is why, since the pandemic happened, no, I was given space to push for advocacies and that's why, amo na nga, ang pinaka-prime motivation nga, ginasigi-sige ko siya, no? Ginambalan pa ko nga, hindi na na-move, brati, galing kay ti, amo na yung passion ko, amo na yakon niya, pinaka-talent nga ginahatag sa Ginoo sa akon, di ba?
In times nga ka get tired ka with all those challenges, ano ito, Bram?
For me.
Hindi siya in times.
Hindi
Sorry.
siya in times,
So,
every day.
every day, halfway ka. You get tired of all these challenges. Ano ito, Bram?
One characteristic that I did learn while I was browsing about workforce, no, the recent workforce, ang ginambal tong one study, I forgot the author, that says that millennials are not the fan of plantilla possessions, are not fan of regular possessions if they see that the purpose is not aligned with compensation. I mean to say that the compensation may be good, but if there is no purpose, the plantilla does not guarantee the stay of that certain individual. And same goes, so dito ko na-internalize, no? And I'm not the only one pala who is struggling with the same idea. No? While I was given a very safe and a very comfortable position, no? But I always put that in my mind that this is not this could not just be a permanent space for me because nga kay kung mambal kabi nga permanent na siya, complacent ka na lang bala nga dumambal ka bala nga hindi mo palin na hindi mo so you tend to linger in mediocrity, you tend to do little things, you resort to tinaman amo na siya nga ako, no? So ginambutang ko italawas kung nga this is not permanent, this is not no, and because of that very notion I get to be very tired immediately because I overproduce, no? I over achieve everything, and sometimes my morality also does not align with the stars. Does not align with decisions, and that's why I often siyempre alok sa preso, di ba? So datanan nga work first, datanan nga work, di ba? So ang temptation ang temptation gambal gid nga take on this job, take on this, no? Pero ang bigger calling ginabalikan ko gid always nga ang reason for why did you started this from the beginning. Ang for selfish reasons, I sometimes entertain the idea of kung nag-private, kung masapos guro pa nga buhi ko, no? At private ko naku, ang ga-enjoy lang ko guro kaya ko sa private. And because of that, ginapalaan ba ko man kanti private ka, paano mo mabuligan ang mga tao nga producing mo, no? For me, it's selfish because I have achieved something already. And for those who have not yet achieved, anong way nga gin-provide mo? Anong mechanisms nga gin-prove mo? So, siguro mo na lang ng regalo ko sa imo, Lord, no? Nga, I pave way for people who are like me to make it successful one day for them too. And maybe they make better decisions than I did.
Yeah.
And so, ang reminder ko lang, ang akon ng gadyang going back ko always nga reason is to understand my why. Why did I choose this profession, and why do I allow myself to be vulnerable to others when I could be hidden? Pwede man ako panago lang ko, or pwede man nga private life lang ko, pero there is better yielding in me coming forward.
With your question of why, do you consider ang work mo subong is ang biggest risk na gitake mo sa imo career?
Yes, because when I was in private, there is privacy. Sa private work, private life ko nga do ka dyan no brong kung nga sinabal sa pabuhi ko. Do la buhat pero subong niya. Lang na malita, di ba? So subong niya gamay ko lang sala na ko dayo. Ding judge na din bilog ko nga pagkatao, no? Nga do nakapatay na ko dayon. Or do ngawat di ko dayon do mo gina sa yang framing, no? Pero it was a risk that I am willing to take gidya. Kay kung hindi ni namon ma-correct so kung sino na lang ma-correct sini sa mga amo sina, no? So everybody will play a part. everybody, di ba sa social systems, may ginayang muna ang function. Kag
Mm.
ikaw, mo man yung function. So, for you to do your job better, you just need to understand yan mo yung functions mo. Ang gani nila, ang dapakig ka malang kay hindi ka kay chindi.
Mm.
Gaano ka malang, kapikon ka malang kay hindi mo gets. When you learn more, when you involve yourself with better readings, you get to comprehend also nga why are these people doing it really. And again, balikan mo lang, it's nothing too personal. What they are also doing is nothing too personal. So, kung gisabisan pikon ka na gid no, gisara ka na gisa pinakapunta sa imong buhok. Anda ilang may split ends pa na no. So, pwede man hindi ka magkitanay, pwede ka mga sa piyak man
Pwede
siya
ka
sa
left
piyak.
or right.
Pwede man siya sa piyak siya.
Was it worth taking the risk?
I don't know.
Wait lang, ganun ako lang sapat. Wala ka sa may makuha.
I don't know yet. No, I don't know yet. I think I'm not the right person to validate that. Because basi wala pa nabatsyagan as of the moment ang risks nga mga ginapang-obra namon sa community. And hopefully, gapangabay lang ko yung with our consistency, there will yield something. It will yield something. And I may not know what's in it for us now, but maybe in the future. No, I really just hope na I'll be given more strength. I'll be given longer strength to carry on this advocacies. Kaya gapati ko yung ang mga kabataan ng Pag-asa ng Bayan because there are more people now who are willing to march behind me. There are more people now who are willing to back me up because they believe in the same advocacies, which I may have not heard about them, which I have not known about them, but they stand the same. No? So, sa una, it was not like that. It was not the same people, the same beliefs of the people. And now, people actually are doing the same beliefs. I hope that hindi lang kami trending because it's palatable. Ano mo na siya, no? I hope we are trending because it's important. Our advocacies are important.
Pero sa ako, pati ako nga, it's not actually the same work.
Kaya.
Pero kumbaga bunga na siya. Other people are doing these things because nakita nila sa imo, ginaobra mo. And then, create sila sang something na mag-ripple effect pagin sa larger na scale.
Correct. Ang pinaka-nice ko lang dulo ng mga reminders or sometimes I get very random compliments, no? In the messenger, nakibot lang ko yung isa wala ko pang basa sa mga request, message request bla. So, sa mga wala ko nipitlayan, I'm very sorry, no? Kaya hindi ko ginahabi mang basa sa mga message request. And if you're not friends, di ba gasulod na siya sa message request? So, randomly, sometimes people message me that telling me that I adore what you're doing and I look up to you. Nag-meet na ta sa amo sini, tapos gina-idolize tayo kay tani someday amo man kami na amo man kami nakakusog maghambal. No? So these are humble reminders that what I am doing is not actually just for myself. These are for the people gidya nga ga-experience ang the same struggles in life. So kasadya nga do ka bisan actually may mga random nga gaagi ka sa Watsons, gaagi ka sa Hello Watsons sponsorship naman siya.
Yes, I Watsons.
Gabakal ka sa kun sa diin da bilang gambal si mo nga oy ako mo nga beneficiary kami sa amo nga program kag kanami gid sa obra mo for us bisan ng simple work lang naman ang badge system naman for employment bisan simple na may gapalapit gid sa akon nga salamat nga thank you kay natagaan kami obra because may badges ng company. So, mga simple things, simple lang structure, naging change ko. Pero galing kay dako siyang impact for other people.
Kagina na istoryahan naton or na-open up mo about ang kabataan ng Pag-asa ng Bayan. So, if there is one person nga nagatan-aw sa imo subong, regardless of the job na gusto i-applyan, what biggest advice niya gusto mo i-share sa iya?
Siguro my biggest advice would be to just allow the world to happen. No? Ang favorite quote ko, amo nang yung pangalan ko sa idok ko, no? Na ngalan niya si Sabi because it comes from a Japanese concept called wabi-sabi, no? Which means everything in the world is not perfect, so don't try to make it perfect. The beauty of imperfection is not in the details, but in everything that is happening in itself. So, from that ideology, no, gina-remind ko yung self ko nga, just allow the world to be like it. Just allow it to fall on its proper place. And when you are taking the risk, you're allowing it already to fall to its place. So for everyone who's looking for jobs, or for everyone who is exploring the world, go for it, no, and be ready to get hurt. Be ready be ready to face walls, many walls, and uh, also with that, no, be ready to be the change that matters the most, because nobody can do it but just yourself. So siguro it's not about consciously making risk, but it's about consciously opening yourself to possibilities of change. May it be for others or may it be for yourself, it should be just a constant opening of yourself. So don't try to hide inside the closet by sleeping, no? Hindi pwede, tulog ka lang at
Oo.
daw. Hindi pwede. Yes, pahuway, dapat, no? Kaya masigalusot ka na sa dingding. Pero, no? Expose yourself to opportunities, learn new skills, no? Kamu ga-run ako sa ga sports ako subong. It's because it's for me, it's challenging myself of what would be my limit in the future. It's not the same Gab that it was 5 years ago, but that's how risk is. Risk is about constantly changing yourself, not to become palatable, but to become the more responsible being of you.
May tulog ka pa?
Amo lang na, diba? Now, thankfully, no, I val siguro kung medyo ano ka na, pa-mature, pa-mature level. Diba
Going
mo lang ako sa
there.
25. So pa-mature level ka na, you understand that sleep is very important. So now, no, medyo, most likely, gina-turn off ko na ganyan everything by 10 o'clock. Dugang balik ko yung more
Really?
after 10 o'clock. Yeah. Kung pwede pa lang. Kung pwede pa lang. Kasi siguro ang pinaka-ano ko gid, ang pinaka-lesson ko sa life was never take home your job. Never take home anything with your job to your home. To where you are, to where you reside, the physical space. Kay, for me, it's important that you have boundaries, that this is your boundaries of work, this is boundaries of your personal life, and this is your boundaries of anything that you do with creatives. So, amo mo nang remind ko sa mga tao ko, no, I think you can validate me, yung mga galalantaw sa akin, yung mga tao ko who've been working with me. It was important that we have boundaries nga dili lang ko yasta for work, so I don't allow them to bring their work to their home. Kung nila gid gusto hindi ko na kapugong, pero as much as possible I don't want to be the agent that force them to bring their work to their house. So when you define that, no, sleep is also defined. So kung medyo ano ka na, medyo not recovering ng imong muscles that fast when you were 18 years old, medyo kinanglan mo gid nga 7 to 6 hours, 6 to 7 hours, no, is an important element of your growth.
So if you have a message to the young gal who's looking for a job, or any words you would like to tell yourself if you're talking to the young gal nga nagapangita sa job?
Relatively young pa man po, di ba?
I mean, younger. To the 18-year-old gal.
Denial. Siguro it's important that you don't give up. Amo na siya nga ako niya, pinaka-reminder. Siguro giving up was a hobby for me. Pero it's important that may foresight ka. May foresight ka of what's happening ahead of you. So it's two, no? It's not giving up and have a foresight. Not giving up because you're taking space and people not are benefiting from the space that you are taking. And foresight is that don't just push for something without a foresight, because it can hurt people also, it's important to be sensitive but at the same time be tough. So two ironic concepts can come together if you are just mindful of what's happening around you, if you're mindful about yourself. Kagang pinaka-last, hindi siyang balon sa lawas ko, hindi siya agad bisyo. Sabi ko siguro, Siyempre sa mga late 20s edad
Oo.
mo sa una, di ka bongga gid ginabuso ko idalawas ko no. So I was partying every day. I was doing all-nighters. Siguro ang pinaka life lesson ko nga physical health is very important.
Mm.
Because without physical health, mental health is also compromised. So remind yourself that you are limited. Remind yourself that you can only say yes to a limit
Mm.
and not say yes to all. As ano no, as a rara girl, as a social butterfly, hindi pa tanan iyasan mo, and that's okay to not be available to everybody
Mm.
because being too available is also hurting yourself. Diba?
Really. Agree ako sa imo ano, pero actually siguro on our perspective as audience mo, makita naman niya gab is everywhere. So paano mo na siya paano mo na siya gina-filter nga, yes to this, no to this?
Say no, doon mo na gurong pinaka-weakness ko no,
Oo.
na kapag dahil mag-say no, especially, it helps a lot of people.
Mm.
And of now, mas ginanan, galing kaya mula na, do ka pila, kagid di ka yes, da ka hibian, mo gid siya nga, ma-yes ka pag sure ka. So, there are big, also, I just don't show it, but there are a lot of no's that I did say. Ay, wala ko na lang gina-regret, nga daw ka, okay, let's celebrate the yeses that you did. And that's why you see a lot of what I do, because that is what I highlighted in my life. Then there are no's that I also did, which I don't highlight na lang. Para hindi na ako paging regretful siya sa akon nga self. No? So, it's nice to say yes only when it's beneficial to the both parties. So you included in that party, no? And saying no does not lead you to a dead end, but sometimes it leads you to a better opportunities. So you may say no to these now, but it means that it's just being waitlisted, and maybe something is better for you. Something is much meant for the future you that you say. So you maybe see me everywhere, but that only because I get to celebrate the yeses and not the all no's that I've been doing.
So since it's May 1, and we talked about a lot of things about labor,
Yes.
I want also to give you the chance to tell the people about the programs of PESO in the next months.
So we're very proud that in Peso we're doing multiple recruitment activities, no? Happy gid kuya kay medyo relatively na ba ang aton nga unemployment. We're doing recruitments every month. We're doing recruitments actually every week. No, it's in we have two office sites. One is in SM City, hello SM, and the other is in second floor of Iloilo City Hall. No? So if anyone is looking for jobs, automatically they get to apply for jobs by just visiting our office. No, we're very proud that our programs are tailor fitted. So we have a total of 33 different programs. It's not the one size fits all kind of approach, but rather it's tailor fitted to the kind of clients that we have. So we have opportunities for senior citizens. So we have senior internship programs. No, we get to employ senior citizens and give them exposure to companies. No, we also have Job Start Philippines program. Ang mga program nga niya, no, these offers opportunities for the out of school youth, for those who were not given the same access as for those who had economic capacity to participate in education. And we give them trainings, we give them allowances at the same time, and we give them jobs automatically. The more simple yet profound change that they had done in our office was offering badge systems for employment. So each employer gets a badge if they hire a specific group of minority. For example, if you hire LGBT, you get the pink badge. If you hire senior citizens, you get the blue badge. If you hire the out of school youth, you get the orange badge. If you get to hire the PWD, you get the green badges. So these badges that we have for each companies would signal a minority sector to look for that certain job. So it cuts down the time of searching for jobs. So if I am an uncertain job seeker, whenever we do have job fairs, you just look for that certain badge that you think you can relate and apply for that certain company, because we can guarantee that you have higher chances of being employed rather than testing the waters in all the companies. So that increased our placement rates. At the same time, that increased our participation with the minority sectors. No? So we knew that Iloilo or Western Visayas is a hub for academic welfare. No? However, not everybody gets to participate. If you could just imagine, no? There are around 23,000 senior high schools, both not just in the city, but also in the province. But there are just a handful of college or universities, public universities are in the city. So these are fluctuating in the cities to access free tuition, and then some, while they have finances, may enroll in private universities, but some are forced already to work just because they have either no resources for schooling in private schools, or they were not able to qualify for the public universities. Now, these population are what we cater. Automatic populations that we cater. We provide them opportunities based on their trainings from their senior high school, and give them an opportunity where they can thrive even if they had no college degree, not because they did not take that choice, but because the economic opportunities did not allow them to do so. So that's where our youth programs for them, such as government internship programs, special program for the employment of students, our Job Start program, our short-term employment program, our internship programs. These are youth-oriented programs that people who did not have access to college can participate and can land a job. So kapatid kami ang the world now that we're facing are skills-based performance. The college degrees are becoming more competitive. It is the skills and the behavior that becomes your leverage to work. So if you have the skills and if you have the behavior, then you automatically get the job. That is where the measurement of the job opportunity is. So muna siyang gina-highlight namon naman sa mga level up university, level up you namon yung mga programs, sa skills-based programs namon. So I can talk about all day about our programs, but we're very happy that it's really focused on the core skills and the core can mechanism of a job seeker, that they can access to the different programs that we have.
We've
Yeah.
talked so much
Yeah,
a lot
ang dami.
about you, about your work, and of course about peso. So maybe we could find another time to talk about all the
Yeah.
things in peso. I would just like to thank Citadines as our venue for today for accommodating us. Of course, I would like to thank Mix Gabumbaday for joining us and sharing these beautiful stories with us.
Thank you very much, and more episodes for this. Congratulations, di ba? Vlogger.
Congrats to
Ay,
all of us.
podcaster.
Yes.
Podcaster. Walang
And
tawag
full may
dyan.
ara kita.
Wala na eh. Pero congratulations, and we're very happy that you're giving voice to those who can also inspire others to be the best version of person that they can.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you on the next episode.